G'day everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to delve a little bit deeper into depression, what causes it, some of the side effects, and how to deal with it drug-free. Again, I am no doctor, no psychiatrist, psychologist. I'm giving you 59 years of experience, how I've dealt with it in the past, and some of my friends have dealt with it. So stay tuned and we'll find out more. Welcome back, I'm Henry, and this is The Guiding Man. Now, I want to go through a few of the side effects and how to deal with depression and how do you know if you've got it or not. So I've got to put my eyes on because I want to read this, I want to get the facts right. So some of the signs and symptoms of depression: the way you behave, you're irritable, a change of interest, avoiding family or friends, sleep problems, a lack of concentration. You know, these are all the side effects where something doesn't feel right. You can't focus on anything. You know, it's really tough. My idea today is that if I can throw some of those things at you, you're going to go, well, you know what? That's exactly how I feel right now. So if I can put these points out there forward for you, and hopefully you can learn to deal with them a little bit better. So mindset, your mindset's a little bit different. You feel like a failure. You feel like you haven't done or achieved anything. You know, you feel guilty. You feel like life's not worth living, and you've got no sort of no way to live. You know, you get suicidal thoughts. You know, physically you feel different as well. You're sick, you have sleep problems, you have a loss of appetite, you're tired, you have low energy, you just don't feel right, you feel lethargic, and you don't know why, you know, and if there's a whole series of things happening, you will eventually find out that, you know, maybe one of these things. There are different treatments you can do, treatments by doctors or holistic. Obviously, if you go to a doctor, they may put you on some medication or some other way. I have no problems with that. My way of dealing with it is through different mindsets, and I'm going to tell you some of the ones I've dealt with in the past. So the ones I would sort of push forward would be meditation, perhaps yoga. I will put a link below. I did meditation, I've explained in an earlier video, that really helped me out. And this meditation really changed my life. I did it for about 6 weeks, and finally I achieved what I wanted to achieve. And then one day I was on the computer just answering questions to my teacher. That was a couple of years after this all had happened, and my teacher and I started to talk live. And Channel 10 were doing a little men's health program, and they wanted to find out a little bit more about meditation and how to deal with it. So my teacher asked me, said, "Are you interested in being interviewed?" And I said, "Yeah, why not? Look, if I can help somebody, that'd be great." So I got a phone call the very next day. As I was finishing work, I was in my car and I explained briefly what I'd gone through, and the lady that I was talking to, who was the program director, said, "Look, you've got the best story so far." So a few days later, I was driving through the city, and my boss had sent me into the city, and I had a few hours to spare. So I rang up my boss and said, "Look, do you mind if I do this?" And my boss said, "If it's going to help another man, go for it." So I rang up the director of the program, and I met them at Channel 10 studios out here in Piedmont. And they came down, they wired me up with a microphone in my tie, and we went for a drive, and they asked me, you know, lots of questions. The whole thing was about an hour. The program was probably about 1.5 minutes, very typical. But you'll see a much younger version of me answering some questions and how I dealt with it. So I'll put the link below. So, you know, I encourage you to watch it. As I said, it's only 1.5 minutes, but it's, you know, it's been on television before, so very proud of it because a lot of my friends took that up, and they gained a lot of insights on the whole thing. So continuing on, yoga. Yoga is something really good. A lot of men think that they can't practice yoga. It's something just for the ladies, but yoga is a wonderful thing to do. It's also for your fitness as well. Again, fitness and exercise. Join a gymnasium. You know, running, exercising, cycling. You know, set yourself a goal that maybe you want to lose some weight or perhaps gain some muscle mass, and you'll find that the whole process just changes your mindset as well. Nutrition. Just changing the way you eat and the way you interact. and you interact with food, not just grabbing anything just quickly. If you just go to a quick shop and just buy something takeaway, the idea is to eat healthy. By eating healthy, it changes your mind, it changes your body, changes everything. So, lots of organic matter, lots of vegetables, lots of water. That's a number one thing. You need to drink lots of water to flush out all the toxins out of your body. And eat healthy. Start cooking for yourself. Learn to cook. That's another little goal you can do, learning to cook. You learn to look after yourself. And that will also improve yourself, because you know what you're putting into your body. When you go into all these takeaway shops, yeah, look, it's quick and easy, it's expensive. But when you cook for yourself and you know what's going into your body, so that's my another idea, that maybe eating healthy. This treatment is not just doing this and it works. It's a whole bunch of little things, and you've got to get a really serious mindset. Do you want to fix it? Do you want to change yourself? And you can become the most positive person on the planet. I did. 20 years ago, I was very depressed. Now, I've got little bouts of depression. When we had COVID and all these things happened, I lost my job. And I went through a little bout of depression. But you know what? I had to sort of dig deep. I've literally got now 3 jobs. But I feel like now I'm contributing again to the family, and I'm doing my bit for the world, if you like. But it takes a lot of mindset. As I said, I know now what works and what doesn't work, so it's easy for me to say, but it's something that I would encourage you to do. I'm going to go through a few more of the points a little bit deeper as well. Now, there are lots of treatments you can do. When you join a club or an organisation and you something to help others, you feel like you're contributing to someone's life, so you become service to others. And when you're trying to achieve a goal, when you can help somebody else, you forget about yourself and you forget about all your own problems. So the idea is to get out of your own head. When you're in your head all the time, that's all you think about. The idea is to clear your mind of thoughts, and meditation does that. But keep active. You go to work, you get home, don't just sit there and stare at the television, because that's the worst thing you can do, because your mind just starts going back, and it's all cycle. Have workable goals. Have something that you want to achieve. Whether you want to lose a bit of weight or gain some muscle mass, or save some money for a holiday, or perhaps get a new car, or improve the way you look, grow your hair, a beard, a moustache, something like that. Just have workable goals that you can achieve. Things you can accomplish. Don't set yourself things that are unachievable, because you'll get more frustrated when you can't get there. Do something that you can control, something that you have physical control over. You may want to start riding a bicycle. You want to ride a little triathlon or something like that, or you want to swim somewhere, or set yourself something that's achievable, your level of fitness. I did something very similar to the MS ride from Sydney to Wollongong, which is about a 90-kilometre ride. I trained for months and months and months, and we did it. There was 4 of us. We all got the same shirt, we all got the same trousers, same riding pants, I should say, and a lot of people thought we were in the Motorola team, but we just did it just to look good. So we set ourselves a goal, and that the 6 months or so that I trained to do that ride, I had no other thoughts in my head except physical thoughts about how to improve myself. So that's another good physical thought, about improving your health and your fitness. Something that you can measure, like today I want to get from here to here and be fit. Tomorrow, or next week I want to go, 2 kilometers further, or I want to go to the gym and want to bench press 60 kilo. Next week I want to bench 65, Gymnasiums are great. I've been in the gymnasium. I used to be a personal trainer. This is a long time ago, before a lot of people were born that are watching this. But in my 20s, I used to work in a gymnasium, and I got a lot of personal satisfaction because I had a hand in contributing to someone's personal development. So you could see how somebody was, their strength were chest but not back, or something like that, so you could push them in a certain direction. So that's, again, I put myself for other people instead of myself first. So again, that's a good way to stop thinking about your problems, etc. Now, again, there's exercising it right, engagement, stay in the present, sometimes called mindfulness. Mindfulness is a wonderful thing. Not be in your head all the time. You know, like when you're in your head all the time, your mind is just racing. What if I do this? What if I do that? You know, something I want to talk about in another future video is that we all have different personalities and we're not all the same people. If we were, it'd be easy. You know, you do this and it'll work. But there are many different types of personalities, and I will dedicate one full video just on the different types of personalities, which a lot of people will associate with. I learned so much about myself. So something, you know, remember that we're all different. What works for one doesn't work for the other. So you may have to try different techniques until you find something that works. Stick to positive people as well. If you find that you got people that, oh, it's probably going to rain tomorrow, oh, I'm probably going to get fired, I'm probably going to lose my job, I'm probably going to do this, you don't want to hang out with those people. You want to be with people that they see that glass, that's half full. And some people are always half empty, you know. Stick to positive people. Positive people attract positive people. Negative people attract negative people. So surround yourself with positive people. If you find that you have friends that are always, you know, doom and gloom, you know what? Move away from them. It doesn't matter if they've been your friends for 100 years. You know what? If they're dragging you down, find yourself other friends, because they're the ones that keeping you in that low vibration, that low energy. You want to be in a high energetic field with lots of people, and you can tell when you approach somebody who's in that high energy level. You know, that you can feel it. You know, you walk into that personal space, and all of a sudden you feel inspired. That person draws you in. Whereas sometimes you walk into a room and there's one or two people there, and it feels like someone just sucked all the energy out of your body, and they're called energy vampires. You don't want to be around energy vampires, because they're there to suck you dry, and and I mean that in a nice way. You know, they're not there for you. They're there for themselves. You know, you want to be with somebody who oozes energy and will make you feel better, will lift you. They'll put you ahead of themselves. You know, so that's very important as well. Challenge your negative thoughts. You know, if you have negative thoughts in your head all the time, you know, why are they negative? You know, and it's something that part of meditation. Talk to yourself. Say, no, not that thought. Find something that works for you, a positive thought, maybe a holiday you've had, somewhere that brought you a lot of joy. And whenever you have any thoughts, go to that little place. I've got little thoughts or little places that I go to when I'm feeling down. I think about that, and you know what? It makes me feel a lot better. Personally, I've decided to take on a little hobby. I'm building a little car, which I may get into one day. So a lot of my mind is dedicated to my little project. This is my other project as well, building this little YouTube channel. Hopefully it'll work, and I'm getting some good ideas from some people and some thumbs up. So that's what I would also ask you to, if you enjoy the video, give you a thumbs up. The more thumbs up, the more people will get to see it. Also, share it with your friends. If you find somebody that's feeling a little bit low, say, hey, watch this, it makes you feel a lot better. Subscribe as well. If you want to hit that bell, it's up to you. I'm trying to release one video a week if I can. Not going to release it just for the hell of it. It's only when I've got something to say that's valuable. But I've literally got 2 months worth of programs already planned out. I've got different ideas of things I want to do. If you have an idea of something that you may want me to talk about, please put it in the comments below as well. Another thing that I've also heard some of my family and friends do it. They've joined dancing clubs. They go to dances on a weekly, sometimes daily, depends on how you want to do it. And they join these dancing clubs where they teach you how to dance, and they teach you how to learn all the different techniques, classical as well as modern dancing, etc. You get to meet a lot of people. Most of these dancing clubs are short of men in particular. So there could be like 30 women and there could be 10 men. So there's never a shortage of, there's always a shortage, I should say, there's always a shortage of men, never a shortage of women. So that's something that you can do. But things that you shouldn't do, you shouldn't abuse anything, abuse your body by eating unhealthy things, you know, because that actually makes you worse, because then you feel worse. Alcohol, again, that's not a really good thing to do. A lot of people just want to drink themselves silly and forget. That's not a good thing to do. And again, that could be another goal. Just basically get off the booze and start living a healthy life. And you know what? Even if you don't have a depression, just being healthy and having a healthy life, exercising, and your mind changes. They say that when you get off meat, I'm finding it difficult, but when you have a vegetarian or semi-vegetarian diet, your body improves, your mental state improves. So that's something that you could look at as well. Other things you can do. Do something you enjoy, like walking. You can join walking clubs. This is now, we're talking about now positive things, how to improve yourself. Join a walking club. There are walking clubs everywhere in the north, the south, the east. We're talking about Sydney here. I've been with bushwalking groups where they meet somewhere and they go for a long bushwalk. They then sit down and have a coffee and talk some crap about about life and everything like that. You make friends. I've known some people that we're still friends. It's been going for 20 years. So it's something that's good. Join a walking club or joining a group, a social club of some kind, a dancing club. There's different clubs out there. You can Google stuff, or just ask somebody, do you know any social club, stuff like that. Go into your local, rugby league or leagues club or RSL club. You can find there's lots of social interaction in there as well. You sit down with somebody, you share a meal or drink, and you can just share some thoughts, Volunteering, maybe join a local council volunteering, cleaning your local park. I live here in there's a local park here called Banks Meadow Park. And once a month on a Saturday, people go in there and help to clean out the park. Gives you a lot of personal satisfaction because we walk our dogs there, and it's nice to see that, I cleaned that up last week. I planted new plants here last week. So, it's part of your own environment. So you want to look after it. So volunteer in some organisation. It gives you a satisfaction when you're giving back to the community. Join some sort of a club, maybe cycling club, walking club, as I mentioned, etc. Meditation, again, there are meditation clubs. The one I would promote, Sahaja Yoga, S-A-H-A-J-A, Sahaja Yoga. It's free, which is very rare these days to find something that's free of charge. Great benefits. I would recommend doing Sahaja Yoga. 10-pin bowling. I joined a league with some friends. We were doing bowling socially, and the manager of the thing came up and asked us, and we joined, and then we bowled for 7 years. I might have mentioned this before. So we were part of that league for 7 years. We got a lot of personal satisfaction. I achieved a lot of goals, won a lot of awards. We won the competition a couple of times. So and we've met lots of people as well. A couple of friends, still friends of mine. Once I was the chauffeur for their wedding as well. So that was a lot of fun. Try something new, something you've never done before. When you do something new, it makes the brain grow because the brain has to learn how to do it. You create new connections in your brain. It's like that, when you're in that uncomfortable feeling where I don't know if I'm going to do it properly or not. Stop thinking about it. Just go out and do it, and you'll find that you may fail the first time, but keep at it. You will eventually get good at it. Not everybody is a brain surgeon. None of us are. But if you do something that you get personal satisfaction, you never know. You might find your next little hobby. Another one that's really good, and I can personally speak about that, is buying a pet. A dog, a cat, a bird, a reptile of some kind. I've got 3 dogs, and they're the greatest dogs on the planet. 3 different personalities. I walk them every day. We throw a ball, we chase them. There's an hour or 2 gone every day, and they doesn't matter if you rouse on them one day, they don't care. They come back and they're your best friend. They have no animosity towards you. They're always loving, and they have nothing but love to give. So if you're lonely, if you're alone, a pet is just a wonderful companion. Dog or cat, it doesn't have to be either one. Could be a bird or a nice parrot or something like that. So there are lots of animals that you can have that give you a lot of personal satisfaction. So I wanted to end this video with some positive thoughts and sayings. It's something that I used to post a lot of stuff on Facebook and other places. So again, I just wanted to read some of these ones because I've used them in the past. You always pass failure on the way to success. So, we've always been at the bottom, but, when you're at the bottom, there's only one way you can go up. So you always pass failure on the way to success, something that I really enjoy that saying. Only surround yourself with people who will lift you higher. That's something I just mentioned just a few minutes ago. You got positive people, they want to be with positive people. They draw you up. You don't want to be somebody who draws you down to the level. You want somebody who brings you up to their level. So once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. And that's exactly what I've been talking about. Get rid of all that negativity in your head and have positive thoughts. It's hard to train yourself, but the more you do it, the more it works. The more you'll find that it does work. Another one, optimism is a happiness magnet. If you stay positive, good things and good people will be drawn to you. I just mentioned that a second ago. I found that when I was riding at the peak of my positive thoughts, everybody wanted to be my friend because I had so much energy around me, and they wanted to be part of that energy. So surround yourself with positive people and just ooze that energy, that positive energy, because people will be drawn towards you. You are never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. Again, start cycling, go bowling, join a social club, dancing, buy a pet, start a new thing, something new. It doesn't matter if you fail. Well, try again, do another one. Make each day your masterpiece. When you go to bed, what do you want to achieve tomorrow? Set yourself some goals, what you want to achieve tomorrow. Set yourself a little index. Tomorrow I want to get up, have breakfast, I want to do this, I want to do that. And tick them off in your head and set yourself a goal. And tomorrow, when you get to bed tomorrow night, you think, yes, I have achieved everything I set myself to do. That's what I do every day. And it works for me. I set myself goals and I achieve them. Start each day with a positive thought and a grateful heart. Again, the same thing we're talking about. Be positive about what you do and thank your family, your friends, those around you, your dog, your cat, whatever. Be thankful for what you have. You're alive in a wonderful place. And the last one, my personal one, and mine. Life is like a jigsaw puzzle. This is something that I use all the time with my friends. Life is like a jigsaw puzzle. Every experience is a piece. Every experience is a piece of the puzzle. So every time you do something new, you create a little piece for your jigsaw puzzle. And it goes into the jigsaw puzzle. The day you die, your maker, God, whoever you believe in, you get to see your life. Your life is that jigsaw puzzle. And every situation, every person you've met is that little piece on your jigsaw puzzle. Now, my jigsaw puzzle will have hundreds of pieces. It'll be almost complete. It can never be complete. It's impossible. But geez, I tell you what, I'm going to give it a good hard go. Do something. Every experience is a new piece, and it's part of who you are. It makes you who you are. So be grateful, be positive, and talk to you soon. Take care.